Hi, this is Misha, and this is a preview. We're going to be doing more, but I just kind of felt like mentioning it real quick. A few months ago, over the summer, we had this gun in some videos. This is a German HK G36E. This was assembled as a semi-auto, as a collaboration. Well, most of it was done by Michael's Machines, Mike Ott. He did most of the import work and final assembly, but the receiver was done by Tom Bostic. Tommy Built Tactical of everything fame. So you've seen this rifle in various guises. Right now it's wearing the single optic carry handle, no rail on top, has the iron sights. This is a German cover. It's got the standard folding stock, and it has a standard mag in it. One new thing that I just picked up is this original bipod. I thought it was kind of a neat little accessory. It's very similar to a lot of other HK bipods. It quickly attaches. So this is the standard infantry rifle. Folding stock that latches on the side. See? We've reported on this, like I said, but today I wanted to talk about a new build, and we briefly touched upon this other one, and I think I'm just going to throw this back down, guys, so it doesn't thump over midway through the video. Now we have a very similar build. This is, though, a G36K. This is the carbine version, and this is probably even maybe more famous than the rifle because it appears in many video games, a lot of pictures, promotional material, and also a lot of police departments, including in the USA, have used the K. Whereas the standard rifle is about 39¼ inches long with a barrel just under 19 inches long and can weigh anywhere from 7.3 pounds with just a rail up to about 8 pounds with the dual optic. The K version is quite a bit smaller and lighter. Standard barrel length is 12.5 inches. Overall length with the standard stock is a bit under 34. It's about 33, depending on exactly which kind of stock you put on, if it's the C or the K stock. And we're pretty light. If you have a dual optic or other heavier optic on it, we're at about 7¼ pounds. But if we're using just a rail with a lightweight optic, we're a little over 6.5 pounds. So saving quite a bit of weight. Now, other features of the K, we have a shorter gas system. We have a shorter handguard. There are several versions, of course. This one has the holes for rails to go on, bottom included. Has this removable hand stop up here that also is a sling mount. As you see, the barrel just barely sticks out, and we have this 4-prong flash hider. This has the modern long metal pick rail with folding adapter style sights. All other features are the same. There is also the G36C, which is the subcompact or submachine gun size version. It goes even smaller. It has a 9-inch barrel, so 3.5 inches shorter than even this, which also means it's lighter. It's about 6¼ pounds and measures just a hair over 28 inches, depending again on which stock it has. That's the tiniest version, but frankly, I debated between a K and a C. I went with the K because it's a little more iconic, and while it is a carbine version, a 12.5-inch barrel is still usable. When you get down to the 9, you're really getting into specialist territory with this cartridge. 223-556 NATO. And so most people do go with the K as it's a nice compromise. So what do we have here? Well, for full details on what Michael's Machines and Tom Bostic have done, check out our first couple of videos. We talk about how these are original HK receivers that are demilled and then rebuilt in the USA by Bostic as legal semi-autos. These are original service guns. The lower, as you see, it does have 3 positions, but the third is just for cosmetics. It does not go full auto, and it cannot. The barrels on these are original HK German. With this rifle, of course, it's over 16 inches, so no worries, we have the original stock. With this, though, of course, 12.5 inches, we would either have to put on an extended flash hider and pin it, or we could go this route. This is manufactured by Tom Bostic as well. This is his G36 arm brace. It has a tail hook on the end, as you see. If I can get it there, there's the button. It even has the holes for storing the pins here, so it's very similar to the real McCoy. It uses the same latch to fold. This one's a little stiff, which is good. So it has the same pivot pin in the back, and best of all, it even locks to the side like a stock would, but it's a brace, and it even leaves the ejection port unobstructed. So it has pretty much all the functionality, but it is an arm brace. Best of all, if you were to pick up one of these and wanted to SBR it, you can remove the brace and fit a stock in its place since it uses the same basic hardware. Pretty neat. These are made exclusively by Bostic. They're kind of his thing because he's the HK guru, and even though it's patterned off the stock, I think it's kind of neat. He 3D prints these. Except for, of course, the tail hook he doesn't. This is a ATF approved tail hook. But the arm here is 3D printed, which is kind of neato. So I just wanted to show you this since I know the K is popular. And it is a neat little carbine. All military stuff. As you see, there's no added markings on the side here or here, just the originals. But for legal purposes and to make sure there's no controversy, we do have some factory markings. Here and here and here, probably upside down, guys, but you get the idea. We have the Tom Bostic and we have the Michael's machine marks, so they are there, and it is legal to have them where they're at because of how they aren't covered up in a way that means you can't really get to them. So if there's ever any question of legality, no worries, the US makers marks are visible. Come on, guys. There we go. I like that this handguard actually fits quite tight on this one. Some of these G36 types, they are a little loose because they're free floated, and the only thing really pinning them on is this here pin. It does kind of loop down here. Again, for more of a history, disassembly, features, check out our original couple of videos. Just wanted to show off the K. Very happy with it. It feeds from standard mags, just like the rifle. It's got the same cocking handle, same military grade trigger, and all that good stuff. So yeah, the G36 from Michael's Machines with Bostic receiver and folding brace. Again, he does do C's, but I don't know, K seems like a neat thing. This barrel length system is something HK has really stuck to over the years. They've been doing the kind of the K length and then the submachine gun length all the way back to the original HKs in the 60s, so they really like the 9-inch length and the 12.5, 13 up to the 17.5 to 18.5. I think it's a good compromise. And this gun is highly modular, so if you did buy a K like this, the barrels do come off quite easily with the right tool. So you can convert this into, say, this by just swatching the barrels out. And if you want, this upper rail comes off with 3 large screws. And of course the trigger pack is held on with push pins. So heck, they even make AR-15 mag wells for these. You don't have to use the G36 mags, although I don't know why you wouldn't, because they're really neat. And if you're frankly paying for one of these, the cost of the mags isn't really a factor. If you have any questions or comments, do please post them below. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Oops. If you liked the video, we'd appreciate a click and also share. And if you really like to help support the channel so we can get to the range with guns like these, do check the link to our Patreon page. Yeah, stand up. This is Misha, and we will catch you next time.